making leaves. Skinny leaves, I think. I want to be fatter. Pulling. Weave down. Roll up this other one a little bit better. Still pretty thin. Make it fatter. Unroll. Better. You want to make it not super firm, just when you pull it, you can't pull it apart. This one's a little rough. I might have to wrap it again, but we can fix that. They don't have to be exactly the same. I like my needle felting fuzzy. Some people don't. They like to stab for even more hours than I do. I think they're cute when they're fuzzy. I'm gonna make 4 leaves, even though my other ones have 3. I think I like leave some fuzz right here so we can attach it. Not fuzz, fluff. Oof. You don't want to pull it off too much. I mean, get it stuck. You don't want to poke too much. It seems to be like this little gap right here, the one closest to me. The goal is to finish this strawberry within an hour, but we'll see. I might be able to do it if I stab fast enough. Try not to stab my fingers though, because I don't want that. Ow! I already did it. Mhm. There you go. Stabbing in the same direction and angle that I stabbed out. Good practice. Because once it hits the mat and you move the angle at all, it's going to break. That's looking pretty leaf-like. If you didn't like your tip and you want it to be even pointier, you can just pull over a little. Oh. That leaf looks way better than this leaf, but hey, they don't all have to look the same because then it wouldn't be a strawberry. It would be so perfect. Like, and that's not what this is about. Not about perfection, for me at least. Maybe I'll make this one skinnier to kind of meet in the middle somewhere of the two other ones. Also, that first one's kind of like a warm-up leaf, so don't judge me too much. This one pointy too. 90.3. Again, pull, stab, pull, stab, pull. Yeah, at first it looks terrible. Don't despair. If we make the shapes, it'll kind of come together. We got my plushies. Strawberry, nice and squishy, like I like it. Some people like it hard and firm, but I don't have, it would be very cost effective for me to make 6-hour strawberries. It'd be pretty expensive. I don't know who would buy them. I mean, maybe someone, strawberry lovers. I think they're pretty cute. I'm just dragging the fluff up. Stab, stab, stab. It's pretty much what needle halting is. Just stab, 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 stab. Fluff into shapes. It's pretty satisfying in my opinion. Just make anything. Make its point here. Wait on its 9. You can see so much green. So much more fluff. You just put it right back in. Mm, okay. I mean, second leaf is still the best, but we can fix these up. One more. See what that looks like. Some people like to use multiple needles at one time, but I just really like having the control of one. Three stabbing in a wider radius. So like if you wanted to pull things, you'd be pulling from all over, not just one spot. And like, there's more finesse that you can get going with just one needle at a time. Manipulate the edges a little better, in my opinion. Also, when you flip over to kind of get the sides going, you can actually do that with one needle versus three, five, you'd stab yourself. Just, I mean, obviously, if this was working on something bigger, that would be totally different. And you would definitely, maybe you want that ability to speed up everything. I'm gonna list my chair. I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, a good leaf. I like this leaf. Feeling good about it. Drag some of this fluff down to round out the corner up here. Was it gonna get attached to the mat so much? The more it gets attached to the wool mat, you're gonna pull it a lot harder to get it off, and you'll kind of lose your shape. You don't need as much extra fluff on this one. You've got four with some extra fluff. Let's see what this one looks like. I think this is a better shape. Point. Now we have 4 leaves. 4 full leaves. I think if I had used batting instead of roving, this might have gone a little faster. When I say batting, I just mean, or people call them bats, also in needle felting. But it's just coarser wool hasn't been like completely combed and brushed out into a singular direction as much as roving has, which you can see is smoother, silkier, kind of like Muppet fur or something. A bat is this, which it's a little bit more tangled. It's you can see it's not brushed out in one direction as well as this. You can see the little balls and the pills versus fine combed, carded roving. But I like the color, so that's why I chose the roving. I didn't have a bat that was the same color, so that's really why I made the decision to do that. But it's gonna just, it's gonna take you longer to make shapes. Usually roving is good for like little fine details, if you're putting like wisps on things or if you're painting with felt. So it just took longer maybe than needed, but I mean, you could still keep stabbing for hours to get the ideal shape if you wanted to create perfection, but I kind of like it when things are all a little bit different. Um, they feels more organic and real life, like the leaves on the strawberry are not all the same size and shapes, they're a little different. Mm, okay, I'm gonna turn it on its side, hold it with 2 fingers, pray that I don't stab myself. Some of this green fluff up. Be better about brushing off my mat. So I got my strawberry, and I'm gonna place these around. They're all gonna come together in the middle. They're gonna make the stem too, because there's some extra fluff on them. And I'm like, size wise, I think bringing those together, good and cute. Be a little big, so I'm gonna pull them together even more. So I'm gonna kind of lay them out like a little starfish-ish. I guess those are 5, not 4. And then I'm gonna start needling them together, slapping them together. Kind of go one at a time, bringing them together. Oops, sorry for the shape. I'm plug in my computer. Okay. Mm, be careful not to stab myself here too. Gonna make sure they overlap a little bit and you can drag one to the other and vice versa. You're just like tangling the wool here, tangling it together. Want them a little smaller. Pull them together even more. Ow! Fuck. Got myself. Took my eyes off the wool. Seeing how that fits. If you don't like how it looks, you can always pull it apart. Lift it off the mat a little bit. Get that angle. Upside down. And bring them together that way too. Flip it. Mhm. Okay. Pull test. Getting closer. The stem is coming together. You can just like push them all together. Get the stem going. Just want to rotate around. Really should have used bats. Oh well. Again, I like the color. When you use roving, you have to use a higher gauge needle too. And I guess when you, yeah. Mm, or the holes will be like super big if you use a lower gauge needle. I mean, this is kind of middle ground. The leaves. Can you see them okay? And just now they're looking like more like a squid. But again, we're just working on that stem, and I can make a nicer stem too. Twist around the needle a little bit. It kind of looks like a banana peel with lots of sides. Keep rotating so it doesn't get stuck, but it also keeps its shape and stays round. It doesn't flatten on one side more than others. getting pointier. Let's see. What does it look like on my strawberry? It's fuzzy. It looks, I mean, it looks silly because it doesn't have any spots on it yet. I think I could make this like leaf a little pointier. So I'm gonna like put it on its side and focus on that point. I can flip it. And then I can even it out. Okay, now we're gonna focus on like smoothing it out. See, it's just like still such a fluff ball. Now I know what the tops and bottoms are for the leaves. And we're kind of pulling back the rays and little wispies by dragging. Drag. Oh, that was so close to a stab. Ow! Fuck. Ow. No band-aid needed. Luckily. Luckily. Oof, that hurts. Some people like the finger cards, but I think they just get in my way. Can't hold things the way I want them to, I want to hold, and it just gets really like clumsy. And it just feels good to touch the wool, I think. Some sort of healing powers that wool has, and the oils of your fingers on it, the oils of the wool. No, I don't know, just it's like gardening soil. Something about it. Okay. Some of these leaves are pretty long for my strawberry. Or pretty long strawberry. You're just gonna put it on like a hat. Mhm. And we'll kind of refine everything later. So you'll see like there's still lots of wisps and fuzz that we can trim. One kind of short leaf more than another, but that's okay. I don't think needle felting in this style, like for me, like just squishy and like it doesn't need to be perfect. I think it gives it just like a natural, organic type of feel. This fruit we're talking about, so organically made from an animal. It's a bag charm. Just gives it a little character to like, and it's handmade, so variation between all of the things. I mean, there's even an issue with like perfection amongst like what goes into our grocery store and how much gets trashed. What is my phone doing? Sorry about that camera movement. That was really weird. connecting. On the top. Now it's almost like, can I get some, pull it back up. Maybe some wrinkles and some ridges. Cool, like without the finger guard, you can like really manipulate what your shapes are doing, which I like. Make a little wave within that leaf. Give it some volume so it's not just like so flat to pull it back up. Same thing with this one. I'm just pulling it and squishing it. And I'm gonna hold it. Wool's really good at maintaining the shapes. Like once you kind of start tangling, kind of remember. Water has memory. Wool has memory too. I don't know if that's true, but you kind of try to mold it. I mean, it stays in place, whether that's just the tangles you're making in the wool fibers or kind of giving it some like muscle memory. Like, oh, hey, I was holding the shape for a while and I kind of liked it. Like if I ever wanted to like make it more, give it a little curl. Yeah, see, it's already like holding that. You can just like do it from this angle so you can see me. Oh yeah, look, it's a little flip. That's nice, right? Now it's got some bridges and some movements. It's gonna be all different. Uh, maybe a 40 gauge needle. Like, I think it's a good middle ground. I mean, 38s are good too. I could have tried it with that one, but since it's roving, I didn't feel like I didn't want to make too big of holes. My 38 might have made it have those pores. So we're gonna again create kind of like a valley. Oh my gosh, I'm like off. Yeah. Can you see it now? We've got the mountain of the stem, and then you can like, create like a little valley, and then we're in the rolling hills of the leaf. And then do we want the curl? I think so. I just kind of fold it in, give it a few kind of forceful stabs. Kind of retaining those shapes. Oops, way off. This one's still flat as fuck. So give it the mountain to the valley to the hills. I'm squishing it in like this. Mm, and stabbing this mountain a little flat on top. Give it like that plateau. Could even afford to be like a skinny. Oh my God, sorry. So off the camera. Mm, hill, valley, mountain. It's a little too like mountainous. I'm like, can I get it thinner? Maybe this is where I have to pull out a needle with a lower gauge to kind of just have a little bit more power to manipulate the shape of the stem. Yeah, I want it to be less like, I want it to have a more extreme slope. Um, some people would just make the stem separately, which is a totally an option too. I just kind of like it when it connects to the leaves so perfectly, but obviously the stem is a different part, so you can have it skinny or thick. But if it's a bag charm, like I kind of like it to have more sturdiness. It can handle the wear and tear. It's not just gonna like sit on a shelf. It's gonna be moving, getting hit, getting touched. I'm gonna give it as long of a life as possible. So having the fibers really intertwined, wound, twine. Oh my gosh, intertwined. It's gonna be super important. Mm, Again, valleys. I mean, just like sometimes needle filters are just like too light on their stabs. Like it needs to be pretty forceful sometimes because at this point you're going through denser felt that you've created. It's got to be really intentional. It'll go the same in the same angle that you come out, and then you can kind of see it change, but you can also kind of feel it as you stab. Oh, whoa! Didn't have it really that secure in my needle holder. Mm, And a little bit more slopey, extreme slopes. Mm, Taking a breather. We haven't even worked on the dots yet. That's where we're headed next. The little seeds, I guess. Those are the seeds, the dots. They're dots for me. But in real life, they're seeds. Does this one need a curl? Does it need more of a ridge? I can come back to the leaves in a few because maybe I just want to take a break from them. Working on the leaves for like almost an hour. I'm like, I'm over you. But then I see that this one could be pointier. I think I want it to be pointier. But like, if you see strawberries every day, they like look so different all the time. So honestly, what image you have of a strawberry, um, just whatever you come up with. If you draw it first, if you just kind of go with it, knowing the shape of a leaf, you can kind of eyeball it. You can make your strawberry shape like fat, like mine. Use fatty. Use a chunk. Um, or you can make it like heart shaped, so it's like, oh, this perfect strawberry. Um, but again, like I don't like the look of perfection in my pieces. Kind of like that they're a little bit wonky. It's just kind of my style. So, but I know felters that, I mean, everything is refined and polished, and that's the way they like it, and it's gorgeous, and it works for them. And some people have a lot more time. Some people, their shoulder doesn't hurt from like stabbing that much, or they don't have as forceful of a stab, so then they're not, I just used to I play tennis occasionally, so my shoulder is a little ugh sometimes, but I just all really depends on what you prefer, how much time you've got, what your aesthetic is, style. You kind of don't know that until you just needle felt for a while. So I've got these other strawberries. Like this one's a bag charm already. Oh, it's so cute. I really like it. It's silly looking. This one, obviously, I've never seen a strawberry that's pink in real life, light pink. But I liked the darker leaf with the darker seeds. So it's just like aesthetic. It's just experimenting. This is more red. This is more fuchsia, I guess. But I'm gonna do some yellow dots, I think, on this guy to make it even more different. And these seeds are pretty big. I'm gonna make medium-sized seeds. I'm gonna go back to using my finer needle. I just twist around my needle. Twisting around the needle. I'm gonna go all the way in. I don't know. I think I like that size. I don't want it to be, I don't think I want the yellow to be too large. I think I like having them small, medium, and large. And usually, but I gotta go because I gotta go eat lunch. So, but this is kind of what the strawberry is gonna look like. I hope you enjoyed watching me. And obviously, you can drop any questions if you have any, shoot me a message. If you feel like it, you can buy me a coffee or sign up for my Patreon, supporting the stabs. And I hope y'all have a great, great afternoon. Bye.